Good morning and welcome to the second annual City Managers, Boards and Commission Appreciation Luncheon. My name is Genesis Gavino and I have the distinct honor of serving as Chief of Staff to the City Manager. We are gathered today to recognize and celebrate the Boards and Commission's wonderful volunteer work and their invaluable impact on the City of Dallas. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize our council members who are here joining us today. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Councilmember Gracie, Councilmember Basil Dua, Councilmember Basil Dua, Mayor Pro Tem Atkins, Councilmember Blackman, Councilmember Stewart, Councilmember Schultz, Councilmember Willis, Councilmember Ridley, thank you. And of course, former Councilmember Adam Medrano. Thank you all for joining us today. I'd like to get started with a land acknowledgement. The City of Dallas acknowledges the traditional territory of the North Texas occupied by multiple American Indian groups because of the Trinity River, which provided seasonal homes and trading exchanges. Most notably, it was inhabited by the Caddo, Wichita, and nomadic tribes such as the Comanche and Kiowa, and ancestral tribes including the Arquicosa, Atacapa, Karankawa, Tawakoni, and others. We recognize the American Indian people as original stewards of this land. This acknowledgement is a small gesture to a larger commitment to showing respect through ongoing awareness and action. Thank you. So it is now my pleasure to welcome to the stage Deputy City Manager and future Interim City Manager, Kimberly Beiser-Tolbert.
Oh, that applause sounds real good. Thank you. I hope y'all will be still applauding like that in about a month. Thank you so very much. It's such a pleasure to be here this morning. As I look out in the audience, I see so many faces of individuals who I've had the pleasure of working with for so many years. Thank you, thank you, thank you for what you do. We cannot be effective without you, and our city is not successful without you. So give yourselves a round of applause. We have a wealth of experience and knowledge in the room today. All of you have looked out for the entrance of our residents, and we thank you for holding us accountable and keeping us on our toes. I'd like to also recognize the City Secretary's office and the City Attorney's office for the important work that they do and the roles that they play in helping us maintain our boards and our commissions. We value the work that you do. We thank you for your dedication, and we thank you for your service. In 2023, the newly created Commission on Disabilities hit the ground running and working to ensure that we have a platform for the voices of those residents who need us the most. The Commission on Disabilities focused their efforts on awareness, education, resources for housing, transportation, employment, and fostering community partnerships. This year, the Mayor and the City Council created a new commission that will definitely impact the future of Dallas. The College Advisory Commission. I want to personally thank Councilwoman Janie Schultz for encouraging us and really pushing us to understand the value of our youth. These individuals will be working to ensure that the next generation will continue to strategically contribute to the culture and to the economic vibrancy of the City of Dallas. They're working to address issues that are challenging not only for them, but also ensuring that they together can thrive academically, socially, and professionally. We know that through their work and the work of all of our boards and commissions, the City of Dallas will continue to thrive. These are just a few highlights of some of our new boards and our commissions. As we all know, our boards and commissions definitely strengthen and are aligned with the city's strategic priorities. To continue building on our core value of engagement, we have established a committee that is working to develop a strategic community engagement plan, which will include community feedback and engagement by developing a resource toolkit. The plan is designed to help the city better engage and better communicate with the entire community. As part of this framework, we have developed a post-community engagement survey, which will help us gauge community participation, gather feedback and suggestions, identify our community reach, ensure that our communication channels are effective and efficient, help us better understand the community's needs, and ensure overall success of all of our programs and initiatives. Later in the program, we'll share additional information on how you can be involved in this work. So, we're going to get back to the fun stuff. I'm going to have Genesis to come back up, and we will continue with today's program. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you, Deputy City Manager Tolbert. And at this time, I would like to welcome Honorable Councilmember Zarin Gracie to the stage for a few remarks.
Thank you, Genesis. It is my honor to recognize our city staff that hold a very important responsibility with the city and ensure that our boards and commissions are transparent and reflect a service-first culture, which is essential to our success. The city staff that we will be recognizing today are the board and commission coordinators. These are the ones who spend their hours after hours ensuring that everything is set up and ready for you all to serve. So at this time, I would like to call City Manager T.C. Broadnax to the stage to join me as we, alongside with Ms. Gavino, to read the names of our city staff that we want to, our very important city staff that we want to recognize at this time. Let's give him a hand.
First to be recognized today is Jake Anderson for his support of the Charter Review Commission. Next, we have Elaine Hill for support of the Landmark Commission. Thank you, Elaine. Next, we have Karen Levingston in support of the Dallas Housing Acquisition and Development Corporation. Okay, all right. Next, we have Shvendim Nadzaku for support of the Veteran Affairs Commission. Thank you, Shvendim. Next, we have Regina Onyibe for support of the South Dallas Fair Park Opportunity Fund Board. Thank you, Regina. And finally, we have Yolanda Hernandez for her support of the City Plan Commission for over a decade. Thank you so much for your commitment to our boards and commissions. All right. Councilmember Gracie and City Manager Broadnax, thank you for that. All right, once again, let's give a round of applause for our city staff. So now we're a little bit behind schedule, but the most important part of the program is the food. So while we eat, we will be joined by Obiora Asiyama for a performance, and then we'll be back in 30 minutes for the next portion of our program. Thank you and enjoy your food. Let's give a round of applause for the catering staff, please, for the great lunch and their service. And also, let's thank Obiora Asiyama and Jazz Because for their performances. So Jazz Because was the group that was outside in the lobby, and of course, our lunchtime performance. Let's give them a round of applause. And now I'd like to welcome to the stage Honorable Mayor Pro Tem Atkins for a few remarks.
Good afternoon. Let's say it again. Good afternoon. Today is Saturday, right? Off, right? Everyone off today? No? Thank you, Genesis. Personally, I want to thank every person in this room and those that were not able to attend. Thank you for your service. Let's talk about our Charter Review Commission. This commission is appointed every 10 years with a heavy assignment. Some of these considerations is impact all of our members, which emphasize the importance of you as a board and commission member have, and I say it again. I want to thank those commissioners who did serve on the Charter Review. It comes about every 10 years is a great opportunity for them. So everyone who was commissioned that served on the Charter Review, will you please stand? If you was on the Charter Review, please stand. And the reason I want to thank them, number one, is because every 10 years we go through the Charter Review. It's very important that you do appoint someone to the Charter Review. And I also want to thank all the council members who did appoint someone to the Charter Review to make sure for the next 10 years we had a great city with a great charter we ever see in the city of Dallas. Again, thank you. Shortly, we'll turn this program over to our outgoing for the memory and grace of the city manager, T.C. Broadnet. Before he come up, I'd like to personally thank him for all that he had done to the city of Dallas in the strategy and priority and the value he had played. Mr. City Manager, from my heart, from the city of Dallas' heart, from all the 13,000 employees and the over 1.3 million citizens in the city of Dallas, we thank you for your service and thank you for everything have you done for the city of Dallas. And I think we'll do a better job. Now, will you please stand and thank him in a proper way, please? Thank you. Thank you again, TC, for helping us set real goals that focus us things in equality, equity, the way you can. You will be a true asset to your new venture. I wish you the best and the well. Again, thank you, T.C. Broadnax.
And now it's my distinct honor to welcome to the stage the one, the only, T.C. Broadnax.
What time is it? Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. So let me first start out by thanking Mayor Pro Tem Atkins, one, for those kind remarks, and for the rest of the city council members who are here today for giving me the honor and privilege to have been the city manager for these last 7 years. I tell the story often that there was but one job in local government that I desired to have throughout my career, and that was actually to be the city manager of the city of Dallas. So I got to work in that role and capacity in my dream job, and I'm forever grateful to the council who hired me in 2017, as well as the council who has worked with me over the last 5 years. And most importantly, and why we do this event today, I want to say thank you to the many, many volunteers, 700 plus, that do the volunteer work and roll up their sleeves for us on a monthly basis throughout the year to help move this city forward, to help guide and share their wisdom and insight and their recommendations to not just myself in some cases, but the city council, who relies on you to get it right, to speak for your neighbors, your friends, and the many folk who want to come and visit this community. So as Council Member Atkins mentioned, can you give yourselves a round of applause? So we had our first Boards and Commission luncheon last December to recognize, again, the service that you provide. At a bare minimum, it was all we could find our way to do last year. And I committed then, and I hope we can continue to honor you every year for the many, many hours you put in. I was doing some back of envelope math, and the value that this city receives from the boards and commissions and the work you do could be valued at over $1.2 million a year in services that we would have to pay for to get the type of things that you provide for us on a daily basis. And so I want to thank you for giving back. It's not easy to sign up for roles that you know sometimes some folk may not appreciate your recommendations, but I know our council does. You provide cover for them in many cases with your recommendations, because it's all about engagement, and when they engage and keep you busy finding the right decisions that really reflect what your communities want, again, I think their job is made easier. And so again, I want to thank you. Although I won't be here next year, if they invite me, I will definitely find a way to come back here, because I know how important these roles are, and I'm hopeful that you'll continue to support the incoming interim city manager, Kimberly Beiser-Tolbert. I know she shares the same sentiments when it comes to the value of getting our residents involved in the work we do every day. And so I hope you enjoyed today. I know the weather tried to slow us down a little bit, but I'm glad you were able to make it. And as you exit and leave here, I hope you find your way home safely. And again, I want to thank you for all you've done to help lift me up and my team up through the many years that I've been here. And I look forward to reading great things about the wonderful work that our city council and our mayor can do, and the wonderful work that Kimberly Beiser-Tolbert will be doing with the other staff that we've got in this community. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm humbled, and have a wonderful rest of an event. And I'm sure I'm going to stay up here and hand out some more certificates. But thank you. God bless you. And thank you again for your support for me. Thank you.
Thank you, City Manager Broadnax. At this time, we would like to recognize boards and commissions members who have served for at least 10 years on a board and commission. board or commission. Please come forward as I call your name. First on our list to be recognized today is Diane Sherman. Diane proudly represents the Council District Number 1 and is currently serving on the Landmark Commission. Thank you, Diane. Another round of applause for Diane for her commitment and service. So unfortunately, our next two boards and commission members were unable to attend, but staff will be here to accept the award on their behalf. First, we have Scott Hounsel, representing Council District Number 1, who is currently serving on the Dallas Public Facility Corporation. And next we have Tony Shadid, representing Council District Number 5, and sits on the City Plan Commission. Not Tony, definitely not Tony. Thank you. That is it, sir, thank you. And so again, last year we had the opportunity to recognize some very long-serving boards and commission members, and I want to take the opportunity to recognize them again today. If I call your name, please stand so we can recognize you. Joe Carrion, Mickey Bragalone, Deborah Carpenter, Robert Agnich, Frederick Toolman, Judy Pollock, Kelly Webster, Edward Yost, Michael Jung, and finally, Richard Matsuda. Thank you again for your long-standing service. At this time, I'd like to welcome the Indian Cultural Heritage Foundation for our next performance.
fantastic. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you all. Hi, I'm Gay Donnell Willis. I am the Dallas City Council representative for District 13. And I want to say thank you for your service. I'm a former nonprofit CEO, and I know how valuable a strong, reliable volunteer can be in advancing an organization's mission. So I want you to know how much our city staff and council members appreciate your dedication and your service. You know, many of you might have started out working at or volunteering at a nonprofit, or maybe you were involved in your neighborhood association, or maybe you participated in It's My Park Day, but at some point you were called to a higher level of service for your city, and we're really appreciative of that. It not only helps council members to have your perspective as a resident on these boards and commissions, but we can't be everywhere, and it's really important that council members have a way to extend what we are doing in the city, and you all help us do that. You bring the discussions that happen at the board and commission level back to us and let us know of important things that are being discussed and opinions that are shared, and so we thank you for getting back to us and giving us that information succinctly. But we can't be everywhere all at once. And so we really value your service, and we need your hands, feet, heads, and hearts to help us push what Dallas wants to accomplish forward. And that means a lot to have your representation. We also ask a lot of you, because you know that we work with all of our citizenry and our residents, and sometimes that requires patience. And so that requires patience of you too. And so we ask for not only your volunteer service, but your patience, your professionalism, and your decorum when working with these residents. So thank you so much. But I want to talk about Dallas. So this past year, and actually just last month, there was something really exciting launched. I had served on the Visit Dallas board, and after some extensive consumer research, both inside this market and outside around the U.S., Visit Dallas has launched a new advertising campaign. And as important as it is for us to lure vacation travelers and big business conventions to our city, it's important that we as Dallasites own and promote and love who we are and make sure the world knows more about who we are. You know, I was born here, and all my life I've heard that the great trait of Dallasites is that we are can-do. We're a can-do city. We take it on, we get it done, we celebrate, and then we move on to the next challenge. And so it's really no surprise that what emerged in doing research for this campaign is that can-do spirit really came through. And it's going to be amplified now across the country and to the world. They're going to know that Dallas is a can-do city. So let's show you the new creative that you can see and hopefully promote out on your social networks and rally the troops to share that Dallas is a can-do city.
This is a story about swagger. Not that kind. This kind. He has it. She has it. They have it. That crew definitely has it. Swagger is how we find ourselves dancing salsa at sunset with a stranger, sharing the password to a speakeasy, venturing off the menu, welcoming everyone up to the rooftop, splurging on first-press vinyl, or rocking new boots at a hockey game. Swagger is how we be our true selves. It's the power source where artists find the spark, innovators find the fuel, and icons find their timeless voltage. It's a feeling that anything is possible, and everyone is welcome. Like no city on earth, Dallas offers up an irresistibly magnetic confidence, a hyper-original can-do, can-be vibe, a collective sense that the walls around what divides us are crumbling, and a new vision of togetherness is emerging into a wide blue North Texas sky. A living, breathing, starry-eyed, and wholehearted belief that the future is boundless and ours to share, with a round of margaritas, of course. This is Dallas. This is just the right amount of swagger.
All right, so yay, I know, it looks good. We had a few technical issues, but what I invite you to do is to go to visitdallas.com and you can look at this campaign on your own and also look at some of the other creative. But what I hope you took away from this is not a depiction of the Dallas of old, that we know that we have an image around the world. This is a better depiction of who we are today, all walks of life, all the people who contribute to making Dallas a vibrant, can-do city. And so take this message out to all of your communities and share that, because we need to keep it going. We've got a lot of momentum, and we really rely on you all and your service to this city to help us carry it forward. So thanks again. I'm going to turn it back over to Genesis.
All right, thank you, Councilmember Willis. And so with that, our program comes to a close. But before we end, I'd actually like to take a minute to thank our volunteers or voluntold from the Mayor City Council office and City Manager office staff. Guys, if you don't mind standing, they're in the back. Please give them a hand. This event would not have been possible without their diligence and their support, but also I want to recognize two very important people who made this possible as well. Without their leadership, this would not have been a success. Nikki and Shani. Where is Shani? She's back there. So Nikki is the interim director for the Mayor City Council office, and Shani serves as your manager for the boards and commissions. And so again, give them a round of applause for all of their hard work for putting this on. And with that, thank you again for joining us on a very, very rainy Saturday. I hope you guys make it back home safely and stay dry out there. Thank you again.